Hello, welcome back to Condo's Craft Kitchen. It's another holiday. This time we're going to be doing a Christmas themed episode. I love Christmas so much, but every December it always ends up the same, and it ends up being the busiest month of the entire year. So today I decided to change things up a little bit. To be honest, my goal was to do a Peking duck at home, a whole Peking duck, roast in the oven, and that's still my plan eventually, but for the life of me, I couldn't find a whole duck. I even went to Aldi, I went to every grocery store. I couldn't even find raw duck breast. So I did some research, and my Costco that is very close to me actually has roast half duck. And I believe I've read that this is seasonal, but from what I've seen is that a lot of people use this for Peking duck, because really Peking duck is about the process, but less about the seasoning. Sure, there could be some spice in the cavity and some Asian flavor in there, but really the roast duck part is the most important part, because you'll have the pancake, the cucumber, the scallion, and the hoisin sauce, so it's less important. It's just really about the crispy skin. So I figured I'd give this a try. If it works, I just want to give everyone a reminder that does celebrate Chinese New Year, that it's February 17th. So if this actually turns out, it would be a good option to get it now before it's no longer available, and go ahead and freeze one or two. It's so much easier and less expensive. This pack, it comes with 2 packs. It's basically like a half a duck, but it was $18.99, which sounds expensive, but if you think about it, when you go to restaurants, it's like close to $100 to order Peking duck, maybe $90, if that. So I'm still gonna do the pancakes from scratch. I really wanted to try to make at least something and cook something for Christmas. So I'm gonna make Chinese banquet food. I made fried rice, and I made the pancakes, and then we're gonna do this. I am gonna try it 2 different ways. The instructions say you could either use a conventional oven or air fryer. I think I already know that the air fryer is going to turn out crispier, but we're going to just try it and show you so that you can make the decision for yourself. So stay tuned for that. For full transparency, I've never done this before, so we'll see how these come out. I felt like I needed to at least cook something or make something from scratch, so these are going to be hopefully pancakes that we can use. I'll tag in the description below, but there's a website that I used that had a recipe for these kind of Peking duck pancakes. You could also use it for mushu pork, but we'll see how it comes out. And everything's measured in grams. I will say anytime you're making anything like bread, tortillas, baking, regardless if it says cups, you're gonna wanna measure it out, because when you use flour, it's way more accurate and it makes a difference. So 360 grams of flour.
Yes, the chopstick.
You gotta use the trusty chopsticks for this.
You know they've invented a whisk, right?
In the instructions, it actually says,
For authentic Asian experience, use chopsticks.
she says to break it up with chopsticks, and I'd have to agree.
Okay.
Obviously, if you have a standing mixer, you can use that. But if growing up in an Asian household, I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have a lot of that technology. We are used to doing everything by hand.
Ancient Chinese secret.
So if you just have to be patient with it, but if you keep kneading it, you'll eventually get a nice ball of dough. Put that in there. I'm gonna brush it with just some neutral oil. I'm using just canola oil on that, or excuse me, vegetable oil on this. Brush the top of it. Just like that. And then we're gonna grab a lid and just cover it for 30 minutes. I might only need 1 carrot. This one's actually huge. This looks like the perfect snowman nose.
It's like a little baby unicorn.
What? Hey, whoa! Oh, I love it even more.
You're obsessed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, how's therapy going?
What do you mean?
About your snowman obsession?
I don't have a snowman obsession.
No, really? Okay.
Obsessed much.
Let's not talk about the serving tray you just pulled out that's a snowman.
Who doesn't have a snowman
Or the shrine in your closet.
serving tray for Christmas? And snowmen are non-denominational. I like them because they're like neutral, just like the oil I used. So, pro tip, always save your plastic containers when you go out and order Chinese takeout. Because they're amazing storage containers, but they also work for when you're prepping. You can just store stuff in there and mix it up. Right now I'm just dicing coarsely. So far it's just 1 carrot. I think I'm only gonna need 1 carrot, to be honest. The carrot was really big, so I'll just save the other one for later. And you could also pre-chop this and freeze it just like this too. A lot of people do frozen mirepoix, so you do the diced carrots, the celery, and the onions, and just put it in the freezer. That way you always have it available. So if you're busy at night, coming home from work, you can just go ahead and use that. You don't even need to really thaw it. You can just go ahead and use it from frozen because they're all basically the same size, so it will cook evenly. I was gonna try to do that yesterday, but I ran out of time, so that's what I'm prepping today. And you're gonna want to dice up an onion. And this will be used for the fried rice, just like that. You can store it in the fridge until we're ready to make it. So, this is insane. I never thought I'd see the day where Costco actually sells ginormous bags of scallions or green onions.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I think every Asian person is just over the moon about this. This is crazy. So not only do they look really, really fresh and good, I'm trying to find out how many ounces. It's 2 pounds. 2 pounds of green onion, and if you're not Asian,
Sucks to be you.
there's so many ways that you could use green onions. I like to pre-cut some or chop some up and keep them in a sealable container that I top with ramen, as you guys have seen before on my TikTok, that I always love to put green onions on top of ramen. You can make slices, and I'm gonna be doing that for Peking Duck for today. And then also, You can make Korean green onion salad. There's just so many ways to use this. I also use green onions quite a bit with some ginger, as you've also seen that I do, where I just go ahead and add some green onions that are not maybe necessarily the freshest, and I simmer it for 2 hours with some ginger slices, and it makes the perfect Chinese Asian broth that I use for my wonton soup or hot and sour soup, basically any Asian broth that you might be using. So highly recommend. Normally when you go to Fry's or your local grocery store, they're like 89 cents a stock, and there's like close to 10 in here, and this whole pack was only $4.99. So if your Costco has this, Costco, I hope you never stop selling this. It was almost out at the it was almost out the other day when I went there, but I'm wondering if it's also because of the holidays. But yes, please do not stop selling this, because this is such a great deal and there's so many ways to use this. So we're gonna kind of do slices for the Peking duck. Actually, I'm gonna probably just save the top parts for my chopped scallion, just because this is like almost the size of a leek, which is wild. And in case you ever need to thinly slice scallions, this is the way to go. You do it at an angle all the way up the stalk. You pretty much get pretty thin sliced scallions. So. I'm gonna take another sip of your bourbon just because I need a little pick me up here.
I need sustenance. I need some holiday spirit.
See, this is why I need a cleaver.
Yeah. I'm shocked you don't have one.
I had one, but I need to get a new one.
Yeah. Well, your dad could probably recommend one, like you were saying. He knows knives.
Oh, he knows his way around a knife.
You've had duck before?
Many times.
Yes.
Because it's an...
You should have called your dad. Maybe he's got a duck guy.
He probably...
You have a seafood guy.
To be fair, my dad probably does. No, duck is one of those staples in Asian culture, where, in Chinese culture especially, where it's the duck and the pork belly that's hanging in the wall. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be my next thing for Chinese New Year, I think, is I'm gonna do the crispy pork belly.
That'll be good. Well, you'll have to take down your smoke detectors. So what would you attribute your chopping skills to, your mom or your dad?
I don't really have chopping skills, and everything I'm doing in this video, I really hope no one actually follows the way I chop, because I chop very non-culinary style.
So your mother?
My dad never had... Asian people typically do not have, like, unless you're in a fine dining Asian establishment, or you're a sushi chef like my dad, don't have, like, trained chopping skills. We kind of just...
Yeah, but you do it so much. There's so much practice. It's not the
I would say my dad.
It's just more the kind of the speed and the comfort with cutting stuff. Because you look at someone who hasn't really handled a knife just to prep stuff, it's very slow and.
I think there's two things. One, my dad for sure, because my dad. My mom. I'm very, very lucky. I come from a family where both of my parents are chefs. Mm-hmm. My mom knows how to cook, but my grandpa owned a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, and then my dad obviously is amazing at cooking, but I think being around it so much and then doing it so much, it's bad advice, but if you can't be afraid of getting cut.
Right.
Like, you just have to go with it, and because if you hesitate and you're more afraid and more careful, sometimes I feel like you're more than likely to get cut because you're so hyper focused on that.
Right.
So yeah, I have zero fear of that. I've been cut so many times, like, yeah. I think every chef has some battle scars or battle wounds that they can share, so.
Well, that's interesting. So you roll two of them together, and there's oil in between the layers. Interesting. Not a sponsor.
That's why I put the label like that. I'm like, I wish. Get out. Just kidding. That's great. Like oh yeah, see the bubble? So that's how you know when to flip it. So this is the last thing that I made today, just because it only takes probably 12 minutes in the air fryer and 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. So this is how it comes. It comes in this package. It's really just the instructions on top, and then it comes in two packages. So you've got the two sides. It basically looks like the drum, thigh, and maybe a little bit of breast meat. So the first one we're gonna do is we'll put this one on the oven rack. It does say to keep it whole for the oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just cut it open this up. Pull this out, and we're just gonna put it on this. I'm gonna put it on a rack just because it's kind of fatty and I don't want it to get I want to make the skin crispy and I want everything to cook without soaking in its juices. So I put it on a rack and we're going to put that in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. What I think I'm going to do is put it in the oven for like 15 minutes because this has been sitting out and it's room temperature now. And then I'm probably gonna just broil it for like a couple minutes just to make the skin crispier if it's not crispy enough. The second method we're gonna try is the air fryer method. I think I'm already biased, but I feel like this is already gonna be crispier than the oven method. But the instructions do say to separate the wing from the leg. So we'll do that and put it in the air fryer for 12 minutes for this one at 390. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so today's meal, like I said, was actually easier than it usually is, but it still ended up being a lot of work.
Yeah.
Just to recap, did Costco a half roasted duck, pre-cooked, 2 ways. We did it oven method and we did it air fryer method. Honestly, they both look really good. I want to taste test it and let you guys know what we think. But appearance-wise, I can already tell what it looks.
The air fryer seems a bit crispier.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a little bit more cooked, for sure.
It could be.
So.
I don't know if it'll be more dry than the oven version. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see which one kind of turns out.
So we're gonna first start off the meal with, as usual, a beverage.
Yes.
All right. So I have never had this. I'm a little nervous because I'm very particular about my brutes and champagne, but I figured champagne would be a good drink to have with Peking Duck and Chinese because it is a white sparkling and also it will cut the grease from the
It'd be good to help dry
duck.
it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to get in here.
No, you're fine. But I've never had the Trader Joe's Brut, so this is going to be interesting. They didn't have Shandong, and I was not going to go to another store, and I certainly wasn't going to go to Total Wine, so.
Woo!
Okay, so let's begin. So I made, as I mentioned before, fried rice. Unfortunately, my rice was not dried the night before because I made it this morning.
You
so
made it fresh.
it's
It's supposed to
mushy.
be stale from what
Yeah, because
Christy was telling
it's
me.
mushy,
Yes.
but it still tastes good. Cheers!
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers to your first time having all of this.
Yeah. Happy holidays to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
For
Happy
sure.
holidays.
Yes.
Cheers. It's tart.
It's almost like a cider.
It's actually really good, to be honest.
Well, that's interesting.
It's
I don't think
fruity.
I've had a brute like that.
I've never had a brew like this.
Mm-mm.
This is interesting. I like it. It's gonna pair very well with this
That
meal.
is going to be really nice with the fatty duck.
Yeah, but it is tart. It's not. If you're looking for a brew that's traditional, like a Shandong, that's not it. But this is really good. So, all right.
Interesting.
So, would you like to try the duck first?
Let's just do it straight up because I've never had duck before.
This is Brian's first time having duck.
Well, I was gonna say I've fantasized about it, but that's the wrong. That's the wrong word. I've wanted to do duck. That's wrong too. I've wanted to
You
taste
wanted
duck
to
for a
have-
very long time. I
Well,
want to
I'll
experience
take
the
you to
duck.
an actual real Chinese restaurant at
Yeah.
some point. Okay,
So what are we doing first?
let's try the oven one.
Okay, and that's this side.
Yeah.
Okay. Just plain, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Cheers.
This is my first time having the Costco half roasted duck. That's not even cooked, and it tastes really good.
It's got a good flavor. That's a little dry, but it could be. We have had it sitting out for a little bit with the
It's
plating
not
and
even
everything.
that. We kept it in the oven a little longer. Too.
We did. All right, let's try the air fryer.
This, okay, yeah. Go ahead. Okay. It's hard to explain. The air fryer one is drier, but is more flavorful.
It is.
Because I feel like the air fryer rendered all the fat out of it onto the meat.
Yeah, the flavor's more intense on the air fryer one. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or we just happen to grab different good pieces.
Yeah, but we both grabbed 2 different.
Yeah. That's really cool.
But the best part about duck is it's all
It's all dark meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you like. So.
Mhm.
Here's the whole thing. I cannot believe we made these pancakes. I have never done this in my life. And you would be shocked, and you saw the video, that you roll these together and they like separate.
You peel them apart.
Yeah.
That is odd.
And like I feel like they came out really well.
Really good.
Near the end, I think I got the hang of it more where they're thinner.
Mm-hmm.
But, so here's the process. I'm going to teach Brian how to do Peking Duck. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'll take a little, here, you can make that. Just a little bit.
Just a little, okay.
And then you're going to add the duck. And then you'll add some cucumber. And then you wrap it basically like a burrito. So you're going to wrap it. It's going to be hard because the ends are crispy, but you kind of just fold it and wrap it. So like,
I may have to do this like a taco because I wasn't trained at Chipotle. I don't know if I can wrap this thing.
cheers.
Cheers.
My name's hoisin sauce.
I think the next one I'll do more hoisin. Yeah. Boy, the green onion and the cucumber really pop.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely need more hoisin sauce because that gives a little more sweetness, a little more umami with the duck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
Scallion and the cucumber really cut the grease of the duck.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the whole point.
This is probably horrifying to watch. No, if you want horrifying, look at the seafood boil.
I was just gonna say nothing can be as bad as seafood boil. Also, I will be giving a disclaimer. The Trader Joe's hoisin sauce is good. It's just not as authentic as like the normal hoisin sauce, but it's still good. So
How is it different? If you can quantify it.
it's close, but there's something on the back end that tastes different. When I cook with it, when you cook with it and you actually cook and heat it, you won't notice that. But when you just use it and it's in its raw form, you'll notice that there's a difference. But you wouldn't know because you don't use that sauce.
Right, tastes fine to me. Alright, let's go round 2.
Air fryer.
Air fryer and more hoisin.
Mm-hmm. As I mentioned in the open of this, or the intro, I will say this. With Chinese New Year coming up, you're already gonna have so many dishes to cook. I feel like this is really good.
For it to be pre-cooked, pre-packaged, Costco, super easy to go and grab, like this is a very nice, fast way to get a very good quality duck.
I feel like people might say $18.99 is a lot for that, but it's actually a decent amount for duck.
And you got 2 packs.
Yes.
Because you're gonna freeze one and save it for
Chinese New Year.
the New Year.
Or I might do some juk, a duck juk, or a duck soup. Duck soup is very popular.
A duck juk?
Juk like congee.
You must be joking.
Oh Lord, mercy. I can't. Also, I just wanted to point this out. If you were really trying to do holiday festivities the least maintenance possible, or Chinese New Year and you just have too many dishes to cook, I didn't try this yet, but Trader Joe's has these little mini Sonora style tortillas. And they look very similar to the wraps. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this maybe helped you with some of your holiday planning. When we shoot video, it looks like it's a lot of work sometimes, but honestly, this was super easy. I think that we both decided that air fryer might be the way to go.
I think so. Yeah.
But it really is dependent on what you like. For us, the oven was less dry. And the air fryer was crispy skin, but a little drier, like to the point where the meat shredded. So it depends on what you're using the duck for too. If you were doing like a duck la l'orange, I would definitely say the oven. But with Peking duck, shredded duck meat is perfect. Mm-hmm. I think we both admitted that it's crazy how fatty duck meat is.
It's extremely rich. It is extremely rich.
We both knew that, but going in, but the reason why Peking duck is so amazing is because it cuts the grease with the cucumber and the salmon.
Yes. You need the fresh vegetables. That really helps cut through the grease and stuff. And of course, the champagne you chose, I thought, was a nice choice.
and the hoisin sauce really gives it. So that's why you don't need to. I think people are always worried, do you need to salt the duck? You don't. There's so much flavor. And then if you're doing Peking duck, you're going to add hoisin sauce anyway, and it's super pungent. So don't worry about it. But anyway, thank you for watching my channel. We'll be back next month with another video. Oh, I didn't tell you, but yes, we're going to do it next month too.
I'll put it on the calendar.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. But anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone has a very safe and happy holiday and a very, very, very prosperous New Year. See you later. Bye.